All right, Team NanoMed.
Hello, everybody. We are NanoMed from John F. Kennedy High School, and we're here to talk about XRelief, our transdermal allergy patch to help you breathe better and live better. I'm Carlos Castillo.
I'm Nayeli Castillo.
And I'm Samuel Martinez Cancinas.
So, why do we care? Well, I have every allergy that they test you for. As you can see here on my allergy test results, there's very little green, a whole lot of yellow, orange, and red. And there's other stuff that I'm allergic to that's not on there, such as my own hair. And so what this has led to is I have constant allergy symptoms, always a sniffle, always a cough, and my immune system is so busy dealing with allergies that it doesn't deal with illnesses. So I get sick much more often than most people. I was sick 2 weeks ago, in fact.
So how many of you guys have actually ever experienced allergies, like with your runny nose? And yeah, the runny nose you can never catch. So the problem here is when we do have those allergies, we run to the store to search for antihistamine medicine, which usually comes in the form of pills. But the problem with these standard pills is that they have to be taken daily for maximum effectiveness, but they're often very easy to forget and they're a hassle, especially for young children. Carlos, do you like to take your medicine every day?
It is not very fun.
Do you forget to take your medicine sometimes?
Definitely.
Which is why, and in fact, 86% of parents reported that their children refuse to take their medication. And this problem is worsened when 25% of children can't even swallow pills. So the alternative to antihistamine pills is a transdermal antihistamine patch. And this patch utilizes nanolipid carriers to release loratadine throughout a patient. And because these nanolipid carriers offer absorption and better control, we're able to use slow release for a consistent 24-hour allergen relief. And these patches are long-lasting, lasting for up to 2 weeks, and we also offer colorful designs to appeal more to children.
So here's how we make these nanolipid carriers. The first step is to create a loratadine hydrochloride solution of salt. And then we combine that with two lipids, a solid lipid in stearic acid and a liquid lipid in olive oil. And we combine this with our loratadine HCl salt, and we use liquid nitrogen to help combine them without worrying about heating up the chemical too much so it begins to dissolve. Next, we use a surfactant, polysorbate 80, in order to combine the lipids and our medicine more fully. And then we use a homogenization machine in order to reduce the particles to the nanoscale. And once they're there, we can start making our patch. So our patch is made of 3 layers: a drug reservoir, an intermediate layer, and an adhesive layer. The drug reservoir contains the loratadine hydrochloride salt in the nanolipid carrier, and it also contains a solvent of multiple different chemicals. And their whole purpose is to increase the transdermal effectiveness of the medicine. It allows for it to pass through the rate-controlling membrane that makes up the intermediate layer, allowing us to control how much medicine is in the patient system at one time. And it also makes sure that there's no problem getting the medicine into the body.
So the global pediatric medicine market is very big, and especially that of the allergen relief market, which is valued at $2.53 billion as of last year. And it's growing at a compounded annual growth rate of 11%, which means that the market is prime for new products. And we're appealing to children by adding cute designs to their patches so that it's like a collectible for them. They can showcase their patches, and just so that medicine is a little less scary for them. So our first year of production, we're going to be filing our patent and doing lab testing where we'll develop a patch for children ages 2 to 5. And we'll also start marketing and produce about 1,000 patches. Our next year, we'll continue lab testing to develop a patch for children ages 6 to 11. We'll continue marketing and produce about 2,500 patches or more if demand allows for it. And our third year, we will launch a subscription service to allow people to purchase the patches for whatever seasons and like months that they specifically think they need it for. And also custom design printing for a small fee for children to have whatever they want on their patch. We'll continue marketing and produce about 5,000 patches, again, or more as demand allows for it. So the cost of the patch for kids age 2 to 5 is about $14, and we're going to sell it for $19 for a profit margin of 35.3%. The one for kids aged 6 to 11 costs us about $14, and we'll sell it for $20 at a profit margin of 33.3%, which will increase as we buy in bigger bulk, which means cost of patches goes down and our profit margins will go up and we purchase less, and we're requesting $750,000 for the first 3 years, and we'll be profitable by year 7.
Thank you.
I'm gonna grab this so I can give it to the judges.
So thank you for that. As we saw from your allergy chart, you're allergic to different things in different concentrations, different amounts. Can you talk about how you sort of have this universal patch, but every kid getting this is going to need a different amount of drug? I don't even know where they're going to put this and how it's going to get in, but so talk about that, please.
Okay. Well, to address the first problem, all these different numbers are a measure of severity. They're not a measure of like how much concentration the medicine needs. As long as the allergy isn't at a deadly level, you need the same amount of allergy medicine to deal with a slight sniffle, or like when you're like at a point where maybe breathing is starting to become an issue. It's the same dosage no matter what. And as for the second issue about how it gets into the body, we're using patch technology that has been used in multiple different transdermal patches. It's specifically based on a patch for donepezil, where it uses these chemicals and a rate controlling membrane, and it uses that to get the medicine into the system and like incorporate it in there. And loratadine and donepezil are both have many similar chemical properties. They're both highly lipophilic and they're both highly polar. So we believe that they should both react in the same way to these solvents and enter the system of the patient.
Great. And where do you wear the patch?
Your arm.
Thank you.
What I really loved about this is we know where the inspiration came from, and you added humor right off the bat. So if you were ever pitching this, the people that you're pitching to are at ease because these questions are met. And I just thought that was really well done. It was concise and great job.
Thank you.
Hi guys, fantastic presentation. I noticed that your product touches on both, literally touches children in a way, right? But also, right, it also touches on drug delivery, right? Both of these things can slow the process of commercialization, right? And so I guess I'm wondering about your method of going to market. Are you primarily thinking about direct to consumer through, pediatrician recommendations, through, pharmacies? How are you guys approaching?
So we're planning on approaching mostly direct to consumer, at least in the beginning. But obviously, a lot of children need medicine, and I think word of mouth from parents will also assist with that. But also we are going to launch a subscription box service. And I think after we become profitable, we can consider going to pharmacies and stuff like that to expand our market.
So did you guys take into account with your budget marketing spend then?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Just 2 comments. I'm going to amplify what Denise said, that this was a really great presentation because you personalized it. It's the case with many of the presentations today that you really focused on something that had meaning to the team. And I also want to ask just a quick question. How did the 3 of you work together? Did you split up the work? One was science, one was more numbers. How did you go about creating, how the team worked together?
Yeah, so we did kind of do the split of work. So I did a lot of the science side of things, and they focused on business and numbers related things. But there was always a lot of you can't fully dictate that. So, they did some science stuff. I tried to find some market research, we did what we had to do, basically, was the goal. We had the guidelines in place, but then if someone needed to I need to figure out this market thing, I can't find a good link, then, I would help. Or if I was we need to look at all these different variations on transdermal patches to see which one would work best, they helped lower the load there. So,
Well, just moving on quickly, that phrase, we did what we had to do, that's the type of attitude you need to drive a successful product. So bravo to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.